Your media, where you are.
Guys, I told you that my negotiation skills are top notch because now we have a part 2. Because there was no way, there couldn't be any, like, I couldn't let you go without talking about the sachet, especially because of how you ended up getting there. Because, guys, like Mjolo, we have to touch there because the backstory is that Mjolo
There's a pandemic.
led you basically to this crowning. So tell us. So now you have to tell me about the Mjolo in the briefest way, and the backstory of you being Miss Gauteng, first princess, 2018.
19.
2019.
2019.
2019. So it's still very recent.
Yeah. It's before the pandemic.
The pandemic. It's
before the
very
pandemic.
recent.
We were modeling before the pandemic.
Hectic. You won before the pandemic. Hectic.
So, quick Jolo story. So, after matric, you don't think anything can get you down because you've got an app from the worst of the worst, right?
Yes.
And they always say that there's only so much that you can go through in life before things start shaping up. I then met this amazing person. Thought he was amazing. I thought. Great person. When I first got to Joburg, I thought our relationship was going to go far. We were doing great in the relationship. Then one day, he woke up, packed his bags, and left. Not a word, not a sign. We didn't fight. Just gone.
What do you mean?
That's what I mean. We didn't fight. We didn't have an argument. We didn't have a disagreement. We didn't have anything. He literally packed up, got in his car, and left. And he didn't talk to me for the next month. His phone was just off. Or every time I called, my calls would either go to voicemail or they would just not be answered, period, for a whole month. And this happened around June, actually.
Oh my goodness.
This happened around June. So he packed up in June. So the rest of July, we weren't talking. Then, literally, because I don't know what happened, I think my brain then went into shock because I don't understand. If you don't understand something, I cried about it, prayed about it. I was like, can someone tell me, like, even when I was calling him and asking him, like, at least give me closure. That's the worst thing you can ever do as a person, by the way.
Yeah.
Asking someone else for the closure that you need. No one is going to give you closure.
Oh, absolutely.
So I literally had to, like, tell myself that, you know what, it's either I'm going to give myself closure, but it was hard because I needed to allow myself to go through the motions. So I went through the motions. I cried every day. I was hardly eating. I was hardly sleeping. I remember I'd come back from work. I'd drink coffee the whole day at work. I'd come back from work. I'd have to eat, but then I wouldn't eat. Instead, I would cry the whole night, wondering, what did I do? Like, is it me? Did I do something wrong? But this person wasn't going to tell me what I did. And eventually, when we did have the conversation, he didn't even give me a clear answer as to what I did.
So you didn't actually get this closure that you were looking for?
Not from him.
Absolutely.
I didn't get it from him. I had to get it from myself. So I literally went from a 59 kgs to a 45.
Because I'm Jolo.
Because I'm from Jolo. Literally. If you're not eating and drinking coffee the whole day, your body literally just goes down.
Yeah.
I remember having to go back home, and my mom actually thought I was going to die because my clothes didn't fit. Before December holidays, I had to literally go and buy myself a wardrobe because I went from a size 32 to a 28. So none of my jeans could fit me. None of my tops could fit me. Nothing could fit me. But then fast forward, I was like, okay, fine. Going into the following year, let me try and enter pageants because that's what I like. That's what ignites me. Maybe I'll forget about this person that did me wrong. So I started off at another pageant. I won't give them airtime. Okay. I started off at another one. I started off at another pageant. I went through to the semi-finals, and then I had to get votes. But because I was still new in Joburg, I didn't have any network of people, so I didn't get that many votes to get to the finals. So that was it. And then following year, which was then 2018, I then entered Miss Gauteng exclusive. And this time around, I was like, okay, fine. I need to rally up people. Hey,
You
I
need
to
your own
do
network.
this.
You need your own army.
I don't know how long I'm going to be skinny for. There's an expiry date to this skinniness.
I love it.
So if I don't enter this year, I might just be a boomba next year.
So it has to happen this year.
It needs to happen.
And I need to make sure all my ducks are in the row this year.
You know? My body is not built to be skinny. Like, I'm literally built to just have meat.
Yeah.
So I was like, it has to be now. So rallied up people, got enough votes to get to the finals. So I was in the top 20. And then when I was in the top 20, I had to then get something that I'm interested in, which at that point in time, I felt mental illness was a good topic for me to go for, because not only do I understand it, I've actually been through it.
Yeah.
So I then became a mental health advocate. And I focused on mental health within the workplace. I felt like people at work don't talk enough. And when you are at work, you are told, leave your problems at home.
Yeah.
But you experience majority of your life is spent
At work.
because you go to work from 9 to 5. And by the time you get home, it's only a few hours before you have to go back. So if someone is telling you, leave your life at home, you are literally at the place you spent most of your life at, which is at work. So I focused on that. I had my first mental health talk at the work that I was at, the company that I was at. They allowed me, the HR was very kind. They allowed me to have my first mental health talk. There was a good show up, actually. So that was actually part of
The whole program.
the whole process of being Miss Gauteng exclusive. You have to do something so that we know that you are actually for the community. And because I'm from Butterworth, I don't have a community in Johannesburg. My community is work.
But now, this is 2018. You didn't win.
No, so in pageantry, if you enter a year before, it's literally 2018, 2019.
Oh, is that so? That's why it is 2019.
That's why
on
it's
the
2019.
sachet.
So my first sash says 2018, 2019.
Okay.
And then you're still reigning in 2019 before they get their 2019.
2020. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, that's what happened. And then I had to get my outfits. The competition was in 2018. Entered the pageant. They actually asked me a very interesting question, saying that if I had to have a sit down with Cyril Ramaphosa, what would I actually say?
Well, I mean, what did you say and what would you say now? Because I mean, it's two different times, right?
It's two different times. It's two different times, but still very relevant. What I said back then. And I feel like it's also part of what Zozi said, but this was like Zozi after I had said it.
Have you said okay?
So it was all about women empowerment.
Yeah.
I felt like there wasn't enough women in leadership. I still feel like there's not enough women in leadership. And I feel like if you are to tackle women issues, there should be a woman present.
Absolutely.
There's so many things that we're going through. There's GBV, there's lack of sanitary towels, there is femicide. There's a lot happening in the space of women. Women are being killed, children are being killed. The people that gave birth to those children are women.
Yeah.
So in order to have a conversation of how we can go forward, we need to actually speak to the people that are affected the most, which is women.
Which is the woman.
So if I had to sit with Cyril Ramaphosa, have more women sitting and having a conversation, put them on the table. We shouldn't have an abundance of men in parliament.
Yeah.
We should have at least 50-50. But if you look at all the debates that are being had, there's literally more men than there are women. So I said that in 2018, and that's what gave me the Miss Gauteng exclusive First Princess.
That is amazing. And actually, on this note, I actually want to give a huge shout out to your media. I mean, I know you guys heard it in part one, but like, we now, and I think it's still a very taboo thing because there's certain, areas of work or, positions in work that we still feel are so male dominated or belong to men. And it's so amazing now that you guys are going to be watching the content that has been shot, edited, produced by a woman. Like the whole room right now is just women. So by the time everybody watches this, literally, this is everything done by women. For the women.
For women.
I mean, and men too, but definitely for the women. And that's it's a very important point that you are actually highlighting, because I mean, I think it's very crucial that we have. I mean, guys, we are as equally educated, if not more. We are as equally qualified, capable, and have the necessary skills and experience at this point to be able to be sitting in those particular positions.
Absolutely.
So what you are saying is 100% spot on. I agree with that.
And we're very knowledgeable about our own problems.
Oh, absolutely.
So even if you don't have a certain education, you do know what you've been through.
Absolutely.
As a woman.
Yeah, you are able to speak from your experience.
Exactly. So if you're now asking a man to fix a woman's problem, what do you think you're going to
And where is he going to start? Like, come on.
I think for the longest time, Zozi was part of the GBV table, which was the first time we actually could say that a woman was sitting at the table to discuss issues of GBV. But then after Zozi, what happened?
Then what happened? Did they go back?
Have they done anything?
Doesn't look like it. Well, I think we haven't seen nothing.
We haven't seen anything.
That's
People are
insane.
still going scot-free even after they've been found.
Yeah.
So women are still going to prison for defending themselves. Who is speaking on their behalf?
Yeah. Still very tricky topics, very touchy. We probably bring you back for another session on just conversation on women. I mean, we are having Women's Month coming, so probably this could be a start of the right conversations and us pushing for the right agendas to actually start. Oh, absolutely. Let's do it. So now, but then you are a mommy. You met a beautiful man. He gave you a beautiful baby.
Oh, my baby's
as
beautiful.
we close, oh no, he is. Guys, he's the cutest. And I'm like baby crazy. So, I mean, I don't necessarily say all babies are cute, but this one is like, you know the kind of cute that you want to eat the baby. Like, you just, like, he's adorable. So that little story as we, sum up everything. How did you guys meet? And blush a bit, and then just tell us about your little bambino. I know he's still very young, like 3-4 months.
4 months, turning 5 months next month.
Hectic.
So I met baby daddy like 3 years ago. It was random, really. I was at the shopping mall. We met. He was wearing a suit.
Yes,
A man in a suit. And yeah, we started talking. Then years later, I was like, okay, fine. We've been doing this for a while. And then I had a tada, which is my son.
Who did your baby boy?
It was a tada. I was very shocked when I actually got the news, because I took the test and I was like, oh, it's positive. He was more happy because I struggle to show emotions when it's like immediate.
Yes.
I literally have to make it sink in first. So he was more excited. He was ready. I was like, okay, I guess I have to be ready now. We were both ready. And then in 10th of Feb, I gave birth to the love of my life. Oh, it's the most beautiful thing that's ever happened in my life. I love my mom. I love my family.
But
the fruit of my womb is literally my everything.
I can imagine. And you like have all these little cute weekends where you have these videos and you're like, guys, we cuddling. I'm like, oh my God, nobody's cuddling me because.
No,
anyway.
My son has, like, he literally talks the most at night. So he will start having like these conversations. And sometimes I just want to listen. And I'm like, oh, God,
That's
that's
very
beautiful.
That's
like,
very
literally
amazing.
his creation is beautiful. Like before the world starts taking over, I just want to enjoy these special moments. Tiny hands,
Tiny feet.
yellow face.
Absolutely. He is so yellow, guys. Yo, yellow police rats. Like literally.
Yeah, he's reminding me of back in my day. For example.
Because I've never been a yellow bone. I can't believe. Like, that has been.
I feel like he's betrayed me because he looks more like his father. Imagine carrying
Of course.
father
Yeah.
in the tummy
Yeah.
for
They
9
do
months.
that. They do that.
Betrayal.
But that's amazing, and I think this is nice because we've had the full story of when life was rough,
Yeah.
and now life is starting to come nicely together. But also it's starting to become together or nicely put together because you persevered through the pain, and I think that's what I want to take from what you said, because I think that is so lovely that you are like you either just stand against the wall or you persevere through the pain. And imagine if you actually didn't persevere. I don't think you'd be here.
I don't think I'd be sitting with you, Lebo.
Right? It would be crazy.
I wouldn't be sitting with you. I wouldn't be sharing my story. It's great that I actually can share my story so that a person that actually does fail matric, they don't feel like the doors are closed.
And is that your final words? Because I was about to ask you, what are your final words? You can just look into your beautiful camera, you know where it is. Okay. And just basically, what are your final thoughts, your final words of encouragement about people basically digging deep so that they can see the power in their own story?
So, first and foremost, nothing is forever. Every stage passes. Life is a journey. Your success, however you see it, is not going to happen immediately. It's going to happen over time. Allow that time to happen. You'll fall, you'll trip, you dust yourself off. Like Aaliyah said, dust yourself off. Even if you fail the second time and you keep falling, sometimes you just need to stay down. Stay down, because then when you pick yourself up, you will know just how it feels to be on the floor and nobody wants nothing to do with you. You'll be much stronger. You will know yourself. You will know your strength. And it's okay. Like, literally, life is okay. Whatever you're going through, it's okay. It will all come to pass. Everything does pass. It's not forever. So, even if you fail matric and they tell you the doors are closed, the doors aren't closed. You still have the key. Use the window if you have to. Just keep going. The worst thing you can do to yourself is stop or fall and never get up. Keep going. You might be going the wrong way. Keep going. It is never over until you leave this earth. You have the power to your own life.
Well, that being said, I'm not even going to say much because I don't want to ruin that. Zinzi, thank you so much for being here, being on the show, for honoring the invite. Absolutely love you. I love your story. I love the power in your story. I mean, I have goosebumps after that little, motivation and whatever. So I don't want to say much, but I just really want to say from us and the whole team, thank you so much. And we can't wait to come and steal you again sometime in the future to come and have a different conversation on this very table. All right, so we're going to play what we call flip the board. I mean, this is on the flip side, so we want to be flipping the board. So I'm just going to ask you random questions. It's literally yes or no. If you want to, I don't know if you're going to want to explain, but I mean, maybe you'll explain at home. Maybe they're too tricky.
I'll VN later.
Yeah, you'll VN later. But just a couple of questions, and let's hear what you have to say.
Okay.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Between.
You are between. Okay. Are you happy with your life?
Yes.
Perfect. Do you think there's a life after death?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think we have control over our own fate?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can our thoughts and emotions influence reality?
Yes.
Okay. Can you change who you are?
All the time. It depends.
It depends. I mean, that's a no, but okay. Do bad things happen to good people?
Do bad things happen to good people all the time?
Okay. Do our dreams have any significance?
Yes, they do, if you have an interpreter.
Okay. Do you believe in fate or destiny?
Both.
Okay. Last one. Can science explain everything?
No.
Nice.
Yeah. Science cannot explain. They can only explain the Big Bang Theory, but even so, we have the Bible to, sometimes. So it's a no.
Well, I mean, you have it. I don't even know what to say. Like, guys, you heard it from Zinzi. She's giving us her yes or no's. There are going to be some questions she's going to want to explain, but she'll be in me later.
Just a quick one. The yes or no, do I believe in love at first sight? I think that's an interesting one. The yes or no. Yes, the old me still believes in love at first sight. And no, sometimes your love at first sight is not really what you want. So it's a yes or no.
So yes and no. Well, that's very true, guys. But anyway, again, like I said, we'll keep you guys posted. I'll tell you what she says, right? In maybe like a debrief, Nyana, about what kind of voice notes I'm getting after this. But thank you again for coming and for playing our flip game. And again, you don't know, you might come back here and play another one with other crazier questions. Like today, we couldn't be hectic because we wanted to make her comfortable. But next time when she comes, she might need to answer questions that she needs to go explain to the baby daddy.
Oh.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time on the flip side. Have a great week, guys. Have a great whether you're watching this during the day, night, morning, whatever. Please have a great everything. Love you. And see you guys on the next episode of On the Flip Side with me, Lebo Moemise. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.